It's time for us to get into the growth zone with Mr. Growth Mindset. Happy Sunday, Mr. Growth Mindset.
Happy Sunday, Sido. Happy Sunday to our beautiful viewers of Star TV. It's a pleasure to be here once again. When I'm coming, I'm always happy and delighted.
How's the Sunday going so far? Tell me.
I feel like I always say the same thing. So far, so good.
The rainy worry you?
Well, I love the rainy season, regardless of its adverse effect. But I love the rainy season after all. So, rain is doing its own. If it was sun, I think we'll still complain.
So there's no need complaining. If there's rain, find a way to work out your way with the rain. Yeah, no need complaining. You can enjoy the rain. I feel more inspired when it's raining.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, don't think that this rain is a call for some of you who are single to go and get married.
Honestly, I've never understood what rain and singleness have to do. Like, you need to get.
No, that's a good thing. That means that your mind is out of the canal. Your mind is out of the canal wall. That's what it means. So, Mr. Growth Mindset, today we are going to be talking about 6 things mentally strong people don't do.
Exactly.
Today, tell me, who is a mentally strong person?
Well, a mentally strong person is somebody who is able to overcome challenges with so much emotional resilience. That is, their mental state is right up there. I think when we are going to get into details what they do, you are going to have a better understanding of what an emotionally strong person is.
All right, so now let's talk about the things a mentally stable person doesn't do.
Okay, let me start by saying that we're talking about 6 things emotionally strong people don't do. This is inspired from the book 18 Things Emotionally Strong People Don't Do, a lovely book by Amy Morin. She's a psychotherapist, a book that was published around 2015, a book that inspires me a lot. It has helped me build emotional resilience. I've actually gone through the pages of this book time and again, and also with some of my mentees, and they think the book is so valuable. So I decided that we're going to look at the 6 things emotionally strong people don't do. Hopefully next week we'll look at the rest of the 7 things emotionally strong people don't do. Let's get going. The first thing emotionally strong people don't do is that they don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. Yes, that's the first thing they don't do. Realize that life is challenging. Yes, though.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Sometimes bad things happen. Maybe our business crumble. We maybe get heartbroken, and maybe the things that we put so much money in doesn't go the way we expected it to go, right? Imagine those people that had shops at the main market, and one day they just call you that what you've worked over the years has been burned down to ashes. So that is when you see who is emotionally resilient. Now, emotionally strong people don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves, in the sense that they are not like, oh God, why me? Why me? I think we get that a lot in the society. Some people are like, why my auntie never dinner so? Why is this happening to me? Emotionally strong people understand that sometimes life is unfair. So they look at, where do I go from here? What is the solution? They acknowledge their sad emotions. I'm frustrated, I'm disappointed, I'm angry with all what is happening, this and that, but they find a way to move on as soon as possible. Yes, so their focus is not like, this is terrible, but then their focus is, what do I do next? How do I move on from here? So that's the first characteristics of emotionally strong people. If you are ready, then so let's get to the second thing emotionally strong people don't do.
Okay.
The second thing is that they don't give their power away cheaply. They don't give their power away. Now, let me explain what this means. Emotionally strong people maintain control over their thoughts, over their feelings, over their actions. But they are not like, this person makes me feel sad, or they are not controlled by external circumstances. So they take responsibility over their feelings, over what they think, over their actions. So it's about them. How do I react to this situation? It's not about what is happening outside there. So they find a way not to play the blame game. They don't blame external circumstances. They don't blame the rain. They don't blame the weather. They don't blame the traffic, because they realize that those are things that are not within their own control. So they figure out a way not to blame external circumstances, but then to set firm boundaries, and they refuse to be manipulated or controlled by things that are beyond their own control. Yes. So emotionally strong people don't let external circumstances, for example, people's criticism, affect them. You realize there are people that maybe someone insulted them, or somebody said mean thing about them, and they'll go home, they are feeling so sad, so depressed, like, how can this person say this to me? But the truth is that if you don't take it personally, it won't hurt you, because they might have said what they said, but they did not have power over how you feel, to decide to feel the way you feel. So you should take note of that. Number 3, emotionally strong people don't shy away from change. Now let me ask you this question, Sido. What was your assessment when you discovered artificial intelligence?
Okay, first of all, I thought that it is a change that has come for the better. Yes, that was because what AI has actually helped me to do. Like, I feel like it's a better change.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think AI is reshaping the way we do things,
Obviously.
our workplace, and all of that. But then I want to make this comparison. Back then, when Facebook just came out, we're in secondary school, and we used to look at it and like, I'm not going there. There was a lady that said, if I ever get an account on that Facebook, my uncle will kill me. But today she's the one posting pictures up and down.
Yeah.
It's just to tell you that sometimes it's difficult to embrace change. Yes, and many people, even with all that AI is doing, they are still reluctant to engage in
There are
using
people that
those
say it's a
tools.
monitoring tool.
Exactly, exactly. There are people that do not embrace newness, but emotionally strong people realize that change is part and parcel of growth. So they find a way to embrace change. They find a way to create new strategies so that they can adapt to the circumstances that are at hand. Yeah, there are so many people that live in the past because they don't want to embrace what is at hand. They don't want to embrace newness. But emotionally strong people realize that as long as life is evolving, there are always going to be new things, and they have to find a way to embrace that change, to embrace the new world. So if you are out there listening to me and you don't continuously upgrade, you don't update, you will be left behind. Yes, I read something on Facebook, somebody complaining that his experience in his job for 18 years, but one young guy just came in. He masters AI tools that he has just learned for 2 months, and now he does the job better than him.
Who has
and
been there for
he's
18
cheaper
years.
than him, and that is how the guy is taking his position. You see, as time is going, it's not even going to be about what you know, it's going to be about your ability to learn fast and to evolve. So that is very important. So emotionally strong people do not shy away from change. Now let's get to number 4. The fourth thing emotionally strong people don't do is that they don't waste their time, they don't waste their energy on things they cannot control. This is in line with the second point, but this is very, very important. Emotionally strong people identify those things that are out of their control so that they don't waste their energy on it. And this is very important. There are just things in life that we cannot control. They are not within our circumstances. They are not within our control. For example, death. That, whether I like it or not, nobody is getting out of here alive. I think that's a hard truth that we need to embrace every blessed day. Nobody is getting out of here alive. So that is not within your control. Sometimes we worry about so many things that are not within our control. For example, result. You might put your effort in writing an example, but at the end of the day, the outcome is not entirely on you. It doesn't depend on you. You might apply for a job. You might do what you want, put on the best application possible, but the result is not dependent on you. You don't have control over the result. You don't have control over other people. Like what people think, what people do, what people say are not within your control. So you put your energy on things that you can influence, and you accept the things that you cannot control. And there are just so many things that we cannot control. So put your energy on the things that you can control. For example, effort. Whatever you want to achieve, what you can control is your effort. They say, try your best, do your best, and allow the rest to God. And I think that makes a lot of sense. So that is something we should intentionally embrace. So let's get to number 5. Fitting emotionally strong people don't do is that they don't worry about pleasing everyone. I feel like I talk about this a lot, but it's just as pertinent each time I talk about it. Yeah, emotionally strong people don't worry about pleasing everyone. The truth is that if you want to live a life that is authentic, if you want to live according to your personal core values, you got to realize that there are people that will ignore you, there are people that will get disappointed, there are people that will even get frustrated because you are taking decisions that align with who you are at the core, which aligns with your purpose. And so many people are not going to be okay with that. But emotionally strong people prioritize their authenticity over external approval. Now, with the rise of social media, we realize that there are so many people that are desperate for approval, who are desperate for external validation. And as I always say, being desperate is the worst possible place to be. Because when you are desperate about anything, if you are desperate for external validation, people will manipulate you. People will take you for granted and they will not take you serious. So realize that your self-worth doesn't depend on what other people see. Your self-worth doesn't depend on what other people think of you. At the end of the day, it's about what you feel deep there in your innermost self. That is what is important. So don't try your possible best to be a people pleaser. Act according to your own personal core values. Do what truly brings you fulfillment and live in alignment with what truly matters to you. So that is it. And let's talk about the last thing for today. The sitting emotionally strong people don't do, which is they don't fear taking calculated risks. Now, this is very important because there is a quote. Is it even a quote? I think I got it from one song like that. Nothing ventures, nothing gain. So emotionally strong people are capable of analyzing the pros and the cons of each situation, and they take a decision. Realize if you are not taking any risks in life, you are not growing. Yeah, if you want to succeed, you must take out risks. But then, taking calculated risks is what truly matters. So learn to take risks, because emotionally strong people realize that failure is part of the journey of success. Failure is not the opposite of success. So if you are too afraid to fail, you will hardly grow. And emotionally strong people realize this, and they understand that they have to take calculated risks if they want to achieve fitness. So those are the 6 points, 6 things that emotionally strong people don't do. I hope you've learned one or two things, and you are going to implement that in your daily life. It's important. You can as well get that book. That's a very, very interesting book to read. 18 Things Emotionally Strong People Don't Do by Amy Morin.
Thank you very much, Mr. Growth Mindset. Picked a lot of things. They don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. They don't give away their power. They don't shy away from change. They don't waste energy on things they cannot control. They don't fear taking a risk. And all of this is geared at having a growth mindset.
That's how you get emotionally very strong. That's how you build emotional resilience in such a way that things affect you less, and you are able to face challenges with resilience.
Thank you very much, Mr. Growth Mindset. Any last words on today's edition of the program?
I'll just say one thing to our viewers. Your worth is inherent. It doesn't depend on what other people think or what people say about you. You should realize that you are worth being here on earth. You deserve to be here. You don't have to live your life as if you are walking on eggshells. You deserve to be here. So show yourself love, value yourself, and do everything so that your self-respect should be above the love people have for you. That is it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Growth Mindset. One thing I picked was self-love. That is the greatest love.
Absolutely.
Yes. If you don't love yourself, nobody will love you. Thank you very much, Mr. Growth Mindset. And have a wonderful Sunday. We are looking forward to next Sunday for yet another very interesting topic.
I think we're hoping to conclude this last seven
things
that emotionally strong people don't do. We started with 6. So anticipate next week. Going to be exciting, isn't it?
Of course, it's going to be. We want to be Mr. Mrs. Growth Mindset wherever we go to as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Growth Mindset, and see you next Sunday on the next edition of the program, Sunday Life.